have to anchor these blocks down because they're very light. When we pour the cement is going to cause these to float. So in order to anchor them down, we're going to put rebar in the rebar slots on the very top block and wire it to a cement anchor, which is what I'm drilling here. And that will prevent them from floating. Down in, it pushes this flange piece up into the bolt itself to spread it and fasten it tightly to the concrete. Then I take a piece of wire approximately 6 feet long to make sure it's long enough to go all the way to the top of the form. I'm going to be going about 24 inches high here, so really only need about 4 feet, but I'll make sure I have enough. Find the middle of this, approximately here, put it under the washer, twist it around once, and then tighten that down. When we get ready, we'll pull it up through the blocks and tie it to the rebar. I'm going to lay out 2 or 3 of these base blocks, and then we can start on the second course. So these wires, I got to make sure I get them up and through the thing and not underneath. You notice these blocks here wired to each other. This is to prevent the bottom piece from spreading, because every other block on top of each other has a cross piece. When we stagger these blocks, it's only a half of the block that has to bear the brunt of the cement, but on the base piece, it's the entire block. And I have a special block designed to prevent the bottom one from spreading. But because of the COVID-19, I can't get these pieces from China, so for this demonstration, I'm making a modification. But that's already taken into consideration in the design. So then these go together tongue and groove. And then when we snap the top pieces in, everything will be locked together. This back side here, by the way, we have a small hole that's plugged up. The new design does not have this hole. This was originally planned to have for a dead man anchoring system, a piece of rebar going to an anchor underneath the bank. But obviously we don't need that every block, and in my latest design I've eliminated that hole so that when you need an anchor you can drill a hole. Tongue and groove going together. The wire's good, not in the way. Make sure we're still on our line. Yeah, this is the first row. Started up to be laid out, and now I have a half block because we're going to stagger them just like you normally would any kind of masonry job. So this is going to snap onto the end over here. Tongue and groove meshes in. The pin and receptacles all fit in together. So that piece is installed. Now we need to install the next full piece, and we do the same thing. This is going to be a little bit difficult because these are warped from sitting so long. Had these here for like 10 years. And so that fits in there. And the box is okay. So we're going to put this in here this time. I'm just putting this in temporarily to straighten this because they warped over time in storage for like 10 years. So now that will help put the back side in first. It's together. See, if these weren't warped, they would go right together like Lego blocks. Okay, so we'll continue with the bottom course and the second course and the third course the same way until we get to the very end, and that's when we use one of these stop plates to block, which we'll show you a little bit later. Now I'm ready to start tying it to the footer of the wire and the rebar. So this short wall doesn't require rebar, but I use this to tie down the blocks to the footer so that they don't float as we put the concrete in. So I have the anchor bolts and the wire already placed. All we do now is tie this together like so, and take a screwdriver. I want to look right down inside there for a minute. Take a screwdriver and twist this wire until it tightens. And that should be enough. Get my screwdriver out. See? That's not going to allow that to raise up. I'll just cut the excess wire. Bring this down over so there we go. And I'll do the same thing over here. And then we'll continue on with the wall. That's it. Thank you.